It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL East, the Mariners went deep 4 times as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 5-1. The Red Sox put together 10 hits total as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 9-5. The Chi Sox got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 4-3 and 6-4. Marlon Byrd needed only a triple to hit for the cycle as Cleveland took down the Mets 4-2. The Angels defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 2-0. The A's grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 3-2. The Tigers sent 3 balls into the seats as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 7-3. The Braves combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-3. The Nats launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 3-1. The Cubs pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies 5-0. The win was their 7th in a row. The Milwaukee Brewers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 7-6. Adam Wainwright earned the 3rd W of his season, helping lead the Cards past Cincinnati 6-3. The Giants got the victory in extra innings against the Dodgers 4-3. The San Diego Padres took down the visiting Diamondbacks 3-2. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Afternoon baseball now, and a fine Sunday for our national pastime from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Yankees. Yankee baseball starts now. Michael Pineda, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he got this ball club to win in his last outing, but he did only throw 6 innings. They'll take it, but they'd like to see him go a little deeper.
Leonis Martin makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Mariners, center fielder number 12, Leonis Martin.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. You know, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, Eakins.
And that includes losses in the first 2 games of this series, so they just need to have something positive go their way. Salvaging the finale might just be the thing.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Pineda into his motion. Here's the 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. 64 degrees our temperature here at first pitch this afternoon. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
And that misses, ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Kyle Seager will stand in now following that 7-pitch at-bat to begin the ball game.
If he was smart, he would have gotten a pretty good look at all 7 of those pitches from that on-deck circle.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Nope. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw in time at second, and McCann has nailed him trying to take second base.
That's a big-time throw right there. I mean, a big-time throw. Anytime you can get this guy, you've done something.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Nelson Cruz strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Beltran moves over, and that ends the inning. Mariners go down quietly there, and now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Hisashi Iwakuma, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent. He'll look to build on that here.
And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. EK, you look at the M's entering play here this afternoon. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
That includes winning the first 2 in this series, so they've had it going lately. They'll look to put a capper on the weekend with a sweep here.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, the crowd will get on him here, but leading off the bottom of the first, I don't think there's any intention behind that. You don't want to put your guys in a first-inning hold just to prove a point.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 289 is the average coming in. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1.
He is definitely not a guy that's going to back down out there. Right after the hit by pitch, he comes right back inside with another heater. Kind of shows you what he's made of.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. On the ground for Cano. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Lind, and it's a double play. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, they have lots of power, but also lots of speed in that lineup as well. So you need to stay out of the double play situations and work counts.
Alex Rodriguez will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this is taken for a strike by the 40-year-old veteran. No balls and a strike.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Yanks held in check after 1, no score. Adam Lind will stand in now. He homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, having Brian McCann behind the plate, something every pitching staff would appreciate. Great at pitch framing, blocking skills are as good as any. He saves runs by giving up his body. And he gets his pitchers a lot of strikes by being fluid back there with the glove.
Stepping in, Robinson Cano. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he misses again to Cano. It's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Gregorius has it. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Franklin Gutierrez will stand in for the first time, and he's seen that average climb during his current 7-game hitting streak. And this is low, ball 1. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sounds sharp, too.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
Gloved by Castro. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Mark Teixeira gets his first opportunity now, looking to extend that hitting streak, which stands at 8 games coming in.
Mark Teixeira.
Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. Iwakuma's ready. Here's the 1-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Waiting in the on-deck circle, there's Carlos Beltran. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Mariners will set up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Kyle Seager over at third base, one of the best all-around third basemen in the game. Remember, he was an all-star in 2014, also garnered a Gold Glove Award at that position.
Carlos Beltran will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. First offering on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And you know, against a lot of second basemen, this is going to be an infield single. But watch how he fields this thing and then maneuvers his body into a good throwing motion and unloads it quickly to get his man.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. As he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1.
0 for 3 yesterday, 0 for 4 on Friday. He could use a good at-bat here.
Bottom of the second here with no score. One and one.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And this is down in front of Gutierrez. It's a base hit.
He's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. Maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
Greg Bird will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
A fastball here too low. It's 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. This is in the air out to right field. Waiting for it to come down is Gutierrez as he makes the catch to retire the side. One left for the Yankees. We'll move to the third with no score. A look there at the most famous urban park in the United States, Central Park, set to go again here from Yankee Stadium. Nori Aoki leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory and reined in one away.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Steve Clevenger will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Cut fastball taken for strike one. And there's ball one. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Third inning, no score to this point. Hit hard to short. Gregorius is there on to first, and there were two down.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte will stand in now with two away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Pineda's ready. 1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Starlin Castro will stand in, 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's ball game.
Second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Too high, 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. To his left, Marte. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Didi Gregorius will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. Lynn there to take this one, and there are 2 gone now.
Hey, if you came here to see offense in this ballgame, sit back and relax just a little bit. Both of these pitchers are absolutely dueling it out right now.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Hot shot on the ground is short. Backhanded. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Leonis Martin is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Pineda sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
Rips this one to first, but right there is Teixeira as he spears it for the first out.
Well, don't worry. I'll tell you, if you keep hitting the ball like this, sooner or later it's going to even out as the season goes on. Just a little unlucky right there as he hits that ball right at him.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
A little tapper. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw. Here's Nelson Cruz now.
Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. The windup and the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
That counts 1-1.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And the count will be full. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Here's Adam Lind. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Seattle. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Brett Gardner is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Squared that one up just a little late. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Ball, that's
3-1 now.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. High pop-up. Seager is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And set to stand in the still very imposing figure of the 3-time MVP, Alex Rodriguez. Here's the first pitch to him. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike 1. The 0-1. And he'll challenge A-Rod with the fastball and gets it by him. 0-2.
And this battery knows full well that this guy's been scuffling lately. So they're not messing around here. They're coming right after him.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
So a runner at first with one out now, and standing in the danger is first baseman Mark Teixeira. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-14 sign. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Oh, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
Carlos Beltran stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
And the curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
And now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And we see a 5-mile-an-hour separation between these 2 starters from 96 down to 91 as the top 2 speeds. Brian McCann gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit out towards second. Cano fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Robinson Cano heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Pineda gets the sign. First pitch on the way. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
And this guy is definitely of the free swinging variety, shall we say. But that was a really good take right there on a 2-1 pitch.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard yet, so maybe this can be a start as he's on base to lead off the inning.
Settling in now, Franklin Gutierrez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And that's in there for a strike.
Nope,
and low, it's a ball and a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Digging in, Nori Aoki. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
There goes Cano, pulled toward right center field. Ellsbury is there as he had to travel a ways, but he makes the catch deep in the alley for the second out.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place, but luckily he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Steve Clevenger stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner is there, and that's the third out. Mariners leave 1. Halfway home, still no score. Greg Bird comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first-pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
That's things. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Starlin Castro stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Drilled on the ground to short. Marte scoops it up. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Didi Gregorius is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Here it comes. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Hard liner toward short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Ketel Marte will get things going here in the Mariners 6th as he'll step in to lead off the inning.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Beltran has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Normally, you get a lot of carry out to that part of the ballpark. But I think he hits this one just a little bit thin, and it's an easy play out there in right field.
Leonis Martin digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 15, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Kyle Seager will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And he falls behind 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Hit sharply on the ground. Rodriguez fields it cleanly. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. We are still scoreless. Jacoby Ellsbury gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Iwakuma peers in, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Looking to avoid his first walk. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
You take a look there at the line from our starter. I mean, basically, he's allowed 3 singles so far, and that's it. They haven't been able to mount any real opposition against him so far.
Brett Gardner stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
And last time he popped up a sinker, which is pretty tough to do when you think about it. So you know your swing is off when that happens.
First pitch on its way. Launched to right field and deep. Gutierrez looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Here at Yankee Stadium, if you're going to try and pitch a left-hander inside, you got to get way in off the plate. I mean, for most left-handers, this is the happy zone right here. So he turns on this thing and drives it right out of here.
And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Alex Rodriguez, the third baseman, stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Ooh, that is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
1 out, nobody on. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Aoki is camped under this one. And that's out number 2.
And really, from what we've seen here so far this afternoon, balls just don't seem to have a whole lot of carry to them. And this was another example right there.
Mark Teixeira will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
And you know the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Here's Carlos Beltran. So tough to hit. The ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Comes set with the 0-1. Ball one. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the seventh. It's now 1-0 New York. Back here in the Bronx, Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the seventh. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Nelson Cruz will stand in here to start the seventh. BK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
In there, and it's even at one. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
And that right there, that's why these guys only have one hit. He's had him chasing at shadows this entire ball game.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Changeup, and that fades down and away. 2-2.
And this late into his afternoon of work, the longer this at bat goes, the better chance that he might slip up and leave one out over the middle of the plate.
Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Ellsbury. 1 out.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. And it's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Adam Lind will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball. On his way to pitch number 75.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Robinson Cano will come in now with 2 away. And to this point, at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And if they can get him here with a little luck, they may not have to face him again.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Teixeira has got it, and the side is retired. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. 7th inning stretch time now here in the Bronx. The Yankees lead this one 1-0. Brian McCann steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Brian McCann.
Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
1 away.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Greg Bird will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Iwakuma steps into the wind. 0-1 pitch on its way. Called strike 0-2.
Well, he's got a different look to him in this 7th inning. Much more determined.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Nope.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Solo shot to right center. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Ooh, that's a mistaken location right here, and it could wind up really coming back to haunt him. This is a solo home run, and it makes this a 2-run lead now, and with the way their starters thrown the ball so far, it may wind up being all he needs.
Here comes the Seattle skipper on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll wind up going 6 1/3, and he's kept his club in it to this point, though he cannot win the ball game. Ryan Cook will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
29, Ryan Cook. The batter, number 14, second baseman.
Here's Starlin Castro. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Ready with the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Martin is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Well, he's 0 for 3 now in the ball game, and I think I can tell you why. If you're not a power hitter, you need to hit down on the ball. Try and drive things. This guy doesn't have enough muscle to hit home runs consistently, so he's wind up as routine flyouts.
Didi Gregorius will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
Well, that's a good spot for that two-seam fastball. Remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, one thing you're taught at an early age, when you see a pitch coming in tight, do not open yourself up. You got to turn your back into it to protect yourself. This will still hurt, but it could have been worse.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in Jacoby Ellsbury. He's set. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike one.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Yankees do get one on the solo homer. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 2-0 New York. Leading off the inning, Franklin Gutierrez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a fastball's in there for strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
All even now, 2-2. Got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball 3.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout and sacked as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Nori Aoki will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. One out, nobody on. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one's a strike.
And that's low, ball 4.
And that whole at-bat, I felt like he didn't really want to challenge this guy. And I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order that you really have to go after.
Steve Clevenger will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Pineda pauses. Here's the 0-2. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, it's been a game of starting pitching so far. As on cue, we give you a look at our starter comparison for these 2 guys in our 2-0 ball game.
Ketel Marte will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Before the first pitch, a check at first. A dive, but he's back. From the stretch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-0 delivery. Good cut fastball in there. 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
To the bag, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And another throw over, and a dive, but he's back in.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Swinging a soft liner. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Yeah, you know he didn't get too much on this ball, but with 2 strikes, he doesn't really have to. Just put the ball in play, and that's what you're always taught in this game. And this one finds its way into center field for a base hit.
Here comes Yankee manager Joe Girardi on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher set to take over now, and here he is, the fireballing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. Leonis Martin will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Down the first baseline. Teixeira's up with it. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on 1 pitch, and the inning is over. Fine work there out of the Yankee bullpen. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mariners nothing. Brett Gardner will step in to kick off the inning with Alex Rodriguez waiting on deck for the Yankees.
Brett Gardner.
Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
This is line to left. A dive, but it's off his glove. The throw into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
Well, that's one of the dangers of being a corner outfielder. If you dive, there's no safety net behind you. And I think he's pretty lucky in the end that this one wound up only being 2 bases instead of 3. Heck, could have even been 4.
Runner at second now. Nobody out. And set to stand in the still very imposing figure of the 3-time MVP, Alex Rodriguez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. It's his 4th double here in this early part of the year. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. The tag by Seager, and he is out at third base.
Well, this is just not really smart baseball right here. You're already on second base with a leadoff double. You can get to third on a first out and then maybe score on a second out. That's just taking too big a risk right there for not such a big reward.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
One and two, here it comes. Grounded down the third baseline. Played on the backhand. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The first baseman,
Very
25,
brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Mark Teixeira will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
Into the seats, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. So a solo shot off the bat of Mark Teixeira. Number 397 for him now as he draws closer to 400 as the Yankees move out to a 3-0 lead.
These guys are maybe starting to put this game out of reach. This is a solo shot, and it pushes the lead up to 3. So now it'll take a pretty big collapse in the top of the ninth not to give this home crowd the victory they're looking for.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on. It's the Dominican-born right-hander Joel Peralta.
Joel Peralta.
Carlos Beltran will stand in now following the home run. And you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Now the Yankees, with their 3 home runs now, still have a ways to go to match their record for a single game. Twice in their history, they've hit 8 of them, most recently in 2007. Here it comes, 1-0. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. The Yankees get a run, and it comes off the bat of Mark Teixeira. Last chance coming up for the Mariners. It's now 3-0 New York. Andrew Miller is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 48, Andrew Miller.
Kyle Seager will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Lofted in the air out to right field. Beltran is there, and it's a picture-perfect beginning to the 9th inning for a pitcher. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out, number 1.
Nelson Cruz will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Look out, 1-1.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, that's not a really good slider right there. That just had too much of the plate, but this time he gets away with it.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's Adam Lind as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Drilled right back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first is in time, and the Yankees win it. The Yankees win.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top, 3-0. So long from the Bronx.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees. 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Mariners, no runs on only 2 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.